Ah, we've come to it. The worst Hunger Games movie. This is not what we wanted from the final movie in this franchise that has, well, uh, uh, loads of potential. But uh, thank God I went to see Spectre instead in cinemas at the time. They say on the poster, nothing can prepare you for the end. Well, what it actually means is nothing can prepare you for how shit this finale is. Mockingjay Part 2, directed once again by Francis Lawrence. And Mr. Lawrence, please, just stop. Just stop destroying what was once a adequate franchise. Look at what it's become now since you came along and directed it. You could you sink it any lower? The answer's no. Uh, so Mockingjay Part 2 tells the story, such as there is one in this piece of crap, and well, after the events of Mockingjay Part 1, Katniss recovers from being strangled by Peter, and Peter's back on the good side, and Katniss and her team move to assault the capital and execute Snow once and for all, and gets her happily ever after with Peter that she's always wanted, but at a cost. And this really should have been the third act of the first Mockingjay movie to save us some precious time of going to the cinema and paying to see the same movie twice. I mean, holy fuck, this conclusion sucks with a capital S. Boy, do I regret on reflection not placing this shitty finale in my top 10 worst movies of 2015, and I should have put Taken Free or Tack Free in there too. And while there are those who kind of like this one a smidge more than part one, as they think it gets to the meat of the story more. It looks like the majority are in favor of those like me who hate it with a passion because it's the lowest grossing Hunger Games installment, and that is just sad for a finale of the franchise. The novelty of the Hunger Games just flew fucking south for the winter by the time this fourth installment came along. And we all know the notorious decision to unnecessarily split Mockingjay into two parts. Do they take into account everybody's complaints with part one? Do they legit cut to the chase and have this just be one 2 hour battle between Katniss and Snow? Fuck no. Goodness gracious me. This is, well, almost as boring as part one was. I mean, because even though there is an assault on the capital, we get to see and are shown fucking none of it. Yes, we see 0% of the final battle that will conclude this story. I mean, that would be like in Deathly Hallows Part 2 when the Battle of Hogwarts was raging on, and it would just be Harry, Ron, and Hermione just talking about it while it's happening in the background off screen. I have had it up to fucking here with this franchise telling and not showing. I mean, Lionsgate do not know jack shit how to adaptate a novel into a movie with this approach. Not only is the pacing diabolical, but the 3D look is conversion was so messy, and this movie was not intended for 3D at all. They just put it in 3D, well, to boost sales, and that backfired as fuck. Jennifer Lawrence, bless her heart, so she is still the one and only saving grace of Mockingjay Part 2. Peter, sure, he's back on the good side now, but what the fuck? Why is Katniss so forgiving of him after he legit attempted to murder her in the last movie? She forgave him way too soon, and plus Peter is no more interesting here than he was in the previous three. Katniss and Peter's love story is one of the most flawed in a movie saga that I have ever seen. And uh, and this was sadly Philip Seymour Hoffman's last movie, as he tragically passed away in February 2014. He, just like Jennifer Lawrence, did a good job. But Julianne Moore's character, Coin, her name is. Sorry, I forgot her name was Coin in my previous rant. Well, her character was butchered here, and she was one of the only things I enjoyed about part one. But why would Katniss, kill her instead of Snow? I understand she was on the road to becoming a corrupt dictator like Snow, but even so, is she responsible for all the pain Katniss has suffered? No, that's Snow. So the conclusion of this movie should have been a 101 final showdown between Katniss and Snow to make it personal. Katniss and Coin literally had no quarrel, and yeah, and Snow just being executed, and Katniss and Snow just having a chat in the greenhouse and having no final fights, comes off as beyond anticlimactic after three movies of build up to see these two at long last go at it, and so yeah, the lack of battle in general, is infuriating. So yeah, it still feels too small scale to be a grand finale that it wants to be. And what the hell were those zombie creatures in the sewers that resemble the bros from the game Amnesia? Why waste time with them when you could have been cutting to, the assault on the Capitol? And there is barely anything I can praise about James Newton Howard's score. It may be his most forgettable score that he has ever composed. At least part one had the Hanging Tree song. At least that was something I could say about that soundtrack. Sure, there are worse scores. Just like Katniss says to her child, there are worse games to play. But yeah, I expect far better from, a master like James Newton Howard. I would be willing to call this movie perfectly average, but not a disgrace. Until they killed off Prim, Katniss's sister. Yeah, I mean, fuck you, movie, for killing off a Prim. A Prim did not deserve that fate in any way, shape, or form. The point of the first movie was her, saving her sister, and now her decision to save Prim's life turned out to be in vain. If it led to this, and I get that this movie is supposed to be the darkest of the four, but by her losing Prim, the most important person to her, yes, more important than fucking Peter, it's just it is grim as fuck. To the point where it's unrewatchably grim. I just felt downright depressed in the entire third act of this movie. You know what? Fuck it. I'm done. Screw the Hunger Games. I have literally washed my hands of this franchise right now. Even if Snow is executed and and Katniss said has uh, her own children with Peter, it's not gonna bring Prim back, is it? And when Katniss just loses control at Prim's cats in her grief, I'm like, oh please stop depressing the fuck out of us. We can't fucking take anymore. How fucking dare you, movie, rob Prim of the chance to be a great auntie to her sister's children. You know, Prim deserved to see the birth of Katniss's kids. Who agrees? Yes, Prim may have died in the books, but a movie adaptation can deviate and change the books if it's improves the movie, as I always say. So overall, to hell with positives. Mockingjay Part 2 deserves all negatives. This is how not to end a franchise.
I give Mockingjay Part 2 0 stars out of 5. Fuck this movie.
Well, at least I can breathe again because the Hunger Games is over. It's done. I will no longer have to sit through a shitty Hunger Games installment like the Mockery movies ever again. I can and we can finally bury the Hunger Games franchise in the past where it belongs. Not that I hate all the movies, just the final two. But well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this rant. And what are your thoughts on Mockingjay Part 2? Are you with me and think it's the worst Hunger Games installment of them all? Or do you actually think it was a minor step up from the meandering Part 1? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow on Twitter and Instagram. And I'll see you next time. And on Thursday, I will be seeing Avatar Remastered with my good friend and sub Ollie Pajak, and we will do a collab review on a special clip of the highly anticipated Avatar: The Way of Water. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.